Dear student, I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty God, and you are hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty God. You are staying at home, and your parents, and also along with the family members, hale and hearty. So, let's welcome today's class. Today, I will discuss the subject Hindu religion and moral education of class 7. So, today's discussion is on chapter 1, the nature of God. In the last class, I also discussed it. So, in today's discussion, I am with you, Ranjan Chandra Dash, assistant teacher, Lakers Public School and College. So, in the last class, I have discussed lesson 1, 2, and 3 and discussed about the nature of God, how He is. So, He is Almighty. So, He is the creator and the destroyer also. He can create and destroy. He is the goddess of creation and destruction also. So, we generally pray in front of Him. So in two ways we pray to Him. One is the Shakar Upasana and another one is Nirakar Upasana. So in the last class I have discussed briefly about the Shakar and Nirakar Upasana, and today I'll discuss with you lesson 4 to 7. So what is that topic discussion of chapter 4 to 5 is oneness of God. So we know that God is one and only, and none of the people thing is comparable to Him. So He is Almighty, and He is the Creator, and He is the Destroyer. So in lesson 4 and 5, it is discussed about the oneness of God or Ishvara. So we have come to know from the previous lessons that the nature of God is revealed in many ways. He is one and only. He is one and only. As I said in the last class, and He does not have any particular shape. He can take any shape in any time. I discussed it in the last class. He is entitled with many names by the followers of different religious practices. So we call him, someone is called him God, someone is Bhagavan, someone is Ishwar, and he has lots of names. So he is entitled with many names by the followers of different religious practices. The shapeless form of God is called Brahma. So remember that you can note it down that what is called Brahma. So the shapeless form of God is called Brahma. That is, He has no shape. He has no shape. As He is kind and compassionate, we call Him Bhagavan. Also Bhagavan. Also Bhagavan. Again, God descends upon the earth taking the shape of a human being or an animal to destroy the evils and to save the good people as well as to establish the truth and justice. So, in the last class, I discussed it in the last class, like 3, 4, 5, 6. You studied Hindu religion and moral education. In the books, it is mentioned that when evil power rises, then the god takes a form and come down to earth and destroys the evil and saves the good people as well as establish the truth and the justice and the religion. Then he is called avatar. Then he is called. So who is called avatar? When the god is coming down to earth by taking the shape of human being, he is called an avatar. What does he do? He destroys the evil, and he upright the religion. For example, Shriram, Shri Krishna, much avatar, etc. So there are lots of avatars. On the other hand, when a quality or power of God is expressed to a body shape, we all call the shape a god or goddesses. So there are lots of god and goddesses like Kali, Durga, Saraswati, Lakshmi. So they are the different god and goddesses of the different reason. So there are three main forms of God for three purposes. Remember that there are three, how many kinds of or how many forms or shapes of God are there of God for three purposes. Vishnu and Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, there are three main forms of God for three. God creates as Brahma, then nurtures as Vishnu and keeps balance as Shiva, destroying living beings and other worldly things. Devi Durga shows the power of God. God gives us knowledge as Saraswati Devi. So I told you that the different God and goddess are the different name of different purpose. And uh, Saraswati is a goddess of knowledge. Lakshmi is a goddess of wealth. So Durga, she destroys the evil, establish the religion and the truth. So you can see the different god and goddess for the different purpose, and they are avatar also. So they are coming down to earth to destroy the evil and establish the truth and the religion. So Devi Durga shows the power of God, and God gives us knowledge as Saraswati Devi. The devotees worship God and goddesses. They offer special prayer and appreciation to them to have their blessings. I'm reading it again, the line. The devotees, that means we who worship to the God and goddesses, they offer special prayers and appreciation to them to have their blessings. So we are always seeking blessings of God. For that reason, we are worshiping them. So questions may arise: is Ishwar many? The answer is no. So there is no one or no person is comparable with him. He is one and only. So God is one and only. He has no shape, but he can take shapes. It has been said in Rig Veda, Ekam Shad Vipra Bahuda Badanti. So it means that a Brahma is called in many names by Brahmins. It is also said Ekam Shantan Bahuda Kalapanti. So the saints call, and it is also said Ekam Shanti Buddha Kalapanti. The saints call and worship Ishwar in many names. However, all the worship is dedicated to God. All our worship goes to Him. So it is important that how there is form or formless God, or you are worshiping to them for the one and only reason of getting blessings of Him. So the in Gita says even those who were devoted to other gods and goddesses worship them with faith, actually worship God. God is the enjoyer and also the Lord of all sacrifices. In whatever men approach me, even so I reward them. So how we are calling them? If we are doing good to others, then God will do good to us also. We will get blessings of Ishwar. So even so I reward them. My path do men follow in all ways. It is said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So not only the followers of Hindu religion but also those of other religions worship the same Ishwar according to their own ways and beliefs. That means someone is calling him Allah, Buddha, Jesus. So by they are following the same way, they are worshipping them in different manners. This is the oneness of God. True Ishwar does not have any shape. He sometimes desires to take shapes to reveal his weird power. That means when evil arises and you can see evil everywhere around you, then God takes the shape of human being and come down to earth and punish the evil and establish the truth and justice and saves the religion. So in lesson 6, verses on the nature of Ishwar from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what is said that Bayurja Mohogni Burun Shashank Projapatishna Propitamahoscha Namo Namostute Sahasrakritna Punosh, see here Purnosh Bhuyoho Pinamo Namostute. It means that you are air. Who is air? God is air, and you are the supreme controller. Who is the supreme controller? God is the supreme controller. You are fire. He is comparable to fire. You are water, and you are the moon. So he is everything. You are Brahma. You are the great grandfather. I therefore I bow to you 1,000 times and again, yet again. Then that means we are worshipping you. We are seeking blessings from you. For that reason, we are doing the prayer. So explanation here is the explanation of the meaning and uh, the mantra from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's, the Arjun has made this statement to Sri Krishna in the chapter 11 from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, titled "The Universal Form." Sri Krishna himself is Ishvara. Here, the nature of Ishvara has been expressed. Here, Yama, Agni, Varun, Chandra are mentioned as insistence to show how they are different manifestations of good. So, all the things around us, what it is in the earth and the universe, is created by the Almighty Ishwar, and He is controlling all of them. So, it is mentioned in the mantra that He is everything. That means He is everywhere. He can take any shape when it is needed. He is Brahma, the deity, the or creation, as well as the creator of Brahma. Here, the endless power of God has been expressed with His power of creation. The power of all gods together signifies His own power. That means all the shapes He has taken years after years is the significance of His own power. So we can see the power of Him in different shapes of God and goddesses. So he is his power of creation, the power of all God, and together signifies his own power. He is the Almighty. He does not have any shape, but he can take any shape. Remember that. So highest respect has been expressed, giving reverence to his self-born, endless, all-powerful God. So he is self-born. No, no one created him. He is endless. He will not die. There is no ending. All powerful God. He is all powerful. So from the lesson 5, 6, and 7, we got some new word. So let's see the meaning of the words. Yama, God of death. Remember Agni, God of power. Varun, God of water and sky. Shashank, the moon. Prajapati, Brahma. Praja, creation. So here Praja refers to the God of creation. Brahma, that is the form God creates us, is called Prajapati. Prajapati is another name of Brahma. The Prapitamaha, that means the grandfather. Brahma is called grandfather. Pitamaha, Prapitamaha, great grandfather, means the father of the father. Here God is called Pramita, that means the father or creator of Brahma. So that's all for today. Today's discussion is on chapter 1 from lesson 5, 6, and 7 from page 4 to 7. So read them at home, read them at home from page 5 to 7. I'll discuss another chapter in the next class. So till then, stay safe, stay at home, be happy, and especially listen to your parents and continue your study. So see you in the next class. Till then, bye bye. See you.